Welcome to Arsenal Match TV. My name is Tops, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Premier League game Everton 2, Arsenal 1. Now, before the game, Arsene Wenger, he made an unchanged side from the side that beat Stoke 3-1 on Saturday, with Alexis Sanchez up front, Mesut Ozil in the number 10 role, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain on the left, Theo Walcott on the right, Granit Xhaka and Francis Coquelin in the midfield role, and Gabriel actually came in for the injured Mustafi, who we now know is going to be injured for a minimum of 21 days. He'll have a good Christmas, according to Arsene Wenger. He partnered Koscielny, and it was Monreal and Bellerin in the full-pack positions, and Cech in goal. Now, we started this game, I think, relatively okay. I think we got a lot of encouragement from the Everton crowd because they were very, very nervous. It's been a tough time for Everton in the Premier League. They've not won a game since October, and it really showed because every time Everton got the ball, they wanted to play it safe. They wanted to play it backwards towards the goalkeeper to try and keep possession, and the Everton fans, they were jeering. They weren't happy with what they're seeing, and we tried to capitalise on that down our left-hand side with Monreal and Alexis Sanchez. We tried to, high press them. The fans were moaning and groaning when Everton were kicking the ball out of play or making a misplaced pass, and we tried to capitalise on that, and we were trying to create situations, and we did a few times down that left hand side where we tried to create an opportunity for one of our midfielders to try and score in the back of the net, but it wasn't to be. However, we did win the ball high up the pitch. It was actually Coquelin that won it, and he was fouled by I think it was Jagielka. He was fouled by Jagielka, and it was a free kick to Arsenal. Alexis Sanchez, he took it, and it took a wicked deflection off Ashley Williams, and it went into the back of the net. It took a massive deflection. It wouldn't have probably gone into the back of the net without that deflection, but it was 1-0 Arsenal, and you could say that we, just about deserved it based off the fact we were pressing Everton, making them make mistakes, and trying to play off that crowd that were very, very nervous towards the start of this game. But after that, we really didn't capitalise and try to put the game to bed. We just rested on our morals, really. We didn't try to get a second goal or third. We really just sat back and just thought, yeah, we can have this 1-0 victory. We can come out here alive. But it really wasn't the case, because even though Everton fans, they were jeering when there was a misplaced pass, every time there was a positive pass when they were going forward, or they did a good through ball, the Everton fans, they cheered them on, and that's very, very important. It really did encourage Everton to try and attack us more, and they had a few situations with Aaron Lennon and Leighton Baines down their left hand side, which there were worrying signs to Arsenal to try and defend properly and defend better, but we didn't heed these warnings. We were trying to sit back and soak up the pressure and try and hit them on the counter attack. But the Everton crowd, they did really play a massive part, and Everton, they did get their equaliser just before half time. It was actually a cross from Leighton Baines. Like I said, we did have warning signs throughout the first half, but we didn't take them, and he put in a very good ball in for Seamus Coleman to head it into the back of the net. A very good header, but it was an unmarked header. I don't know what the defending was. It was terrible. Also, it was a terrible block, or attempt of a block by Theo Walcott. He really should have done more to try and stop that cross coming in, because we all know how dangerous Everton are at putting balls in the box, especially with the delivery of the likes of Leighton Baines and Seamus Coleman. So, yeah, Coleman scores against us. I think it's his second goal in 3 appearances against us, something like that. And it was 1-1 during the break, and that was a very big blow for Arsenal, because even though Everton were getting back to the game, it was very key just to keep it at 1-0, to try and quieten the crowd, because after they scored that, the crowd they were jeering. They were very excited, cheering on their team, wanting them to score a second, and the half-time whistle, it swiftly came after that. The start of the second half, we started okay again. It's quite similar to the start of the first half, really. Everton came out, they wanted to be, quite cautious, didn't want to concede another second goal. They wanted to, play themselves back into the game, and it was kind of similar, really. We did have a positive probably 5 minutes, 10 minutes maybe, where we were probing down that left-hand side again with Monreal and Alexis and Oxlade-Chamberlain, but we didn't have that cutting edge. We created one golden opportunity that we really should have made it 2-1. It was actually Alexis Sanchez that was down that left-hand side. He cut it back for Mesut Ozil, who he blazed it high and wide. It was a poor ball effort from Mesut Ozil. I thought he had a poor game overall. He really should be hitting the target, but he plays it wide, and that was probably our best opportunity of the second half, really. Everton, they created some opportunities of themselves. Ross Barkley got into space, and he had a shot that just whistled past the post. It was ever so close. Romelu Lukaku had a couple of efforts that just blazed high and wide and over. So they were probing Everton, and you could sense the momentum swifting back to Everton with the crowd up and roaring, cheering them on, trying to get that winning goal that they desperately needed. And they were having a series of corners which were scrambling away. They were putting balls in the box, which it was last-ditch tackling and defending. And you could sense that they were going to score a goal eventually, and that's what ended up happening. A corner came in, and it came to Jagielka, who chested it, had a shot, which checked parried. That was a warning sign, and from the resulting corner, they scored again. It's the second goal for Everton in the game, and it was actually Ashley Williams who redeemed himself from scoring. Well, it was Alexis' goal, but he had a massive deflection in it. He actually had a redemption storyline because he scored the winning goal. It was a very good header, free, unmarked, terrible defended again by Arsenal. You can't win the league by defending like that, definitely not. There's another free header for him, and he's not going to miss from there. He scored the winner against us when he played for Swansea. That was his last actual goal in the Premier League, and he scored the winner here in this game as well. Very good header check, could not save it. And it was 2-1, his first Everton goal, 2-1 to Everton. Before that, we did bring on the likes of Giroud and Iwobi, but they were very ineffective up until that point, and we brought on Lucas Perez for the last 5 minutes and tried to get that, all-important equaliser. It was actually Lucas Perez in injury time that got fouled, and it was Jagielka that got a second yellow card, and he got sent off towards the end of the game. And the ball came in, it was bounced around the penalty area, and it fell to Alexis Sanchez, who put in a brilliant ball into the box last minute. The keeper, he parried it away, and I think it came to Mesut Ozil, who had a shot that was blocked off the line, and it then fell to Alex Iwobi, who had the goal gaping. There was one person on the post. He had a shot, it hit the person on the post and saved it off the line. It was extraordinary stuff. You couldn't believe that we didn't score from that occasion. Czech was up there as well, and Everton swiftly got the ball back to their end, tried to score that third goal with the open goal gaping, but it wasn't to be. But that didn't really matter to them because they ended up winning the game 2-1. Probably thoroughly deserved victory. Also really didn't turn up to this game. This was a different kind of game, a game where, it was more about physical attributes and digging down deep, rather than, our silky one-touch tick-attack of football. It really showed a bit more desire to win this game, and we did not show it, questioning our title credentials yet again. And yeah, it's 3 points that we've lost here, and not even got a point. Our next game is Manchester City. We are still 3 points behind Chelsea, and they have a game in hand, so they could be 6 points ahead of us by tomorrow night. So a very disappointing for all Arsenal fans and Arsenal as a whole. We've got Manchester City next week, which is going to be even tougher game than this one. They've definitely got better players than Everton, so we're going to have to get ourselves geared up for that. But, we just got to move on now. Everyone loses games. That's our second defeat of the season in the Premier League, again against the Merseyside team. I don't know what it is about them this season. We just seem to lose against them. But yeah, we just got to move on now. Move on to Manchester City, try and get 3 points there if we can, and try and stay in this title race, because the one thing you don't want to do is be drifted away where we're 6 points, 9 points behind the leaders going into Christmas. That's not going to be an ideal situation for our title challenge. But yeah, that's it really. That's been my review of the game. If you liked what you see, please subscribe to my channel. You know what to do. Thank you everyone for watching again. My name's Tops. Come on, you Gunners.